we decided to survey every single path in the Lake District to see what the problem was, really, how big the problem was.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we did that over a 3-4 year period, and we came up with there was about £10 million worth of work to do, basically.
Right.
And so we really needed some major effort to get that sorted.
Yeah.
So, because obviously if the Lake District becomes tatty and not very nice, then the people aren't going to visit. The other thing about it is that footpath work's quite skilled. A lot of people go up and see you basically digging stones in the ground. They think it's not very skilled. There's a major art to it, because you've got to make it blend into the landscape, and so it's not everybody can do it. It usually takes about a couple of years for people to get up to speed. We have 4 teams of full-time staff. Some are on contracts, so they might be on a 1 or 2 year contract, and some are full-time.
Okay.
With the national park, they get contractors in, outside contractors in, depending on what work they've got.
Yeah.
But we have staff. Basically, people come in, they might have a little tiny bit of experience from doing voluntary work, or you know, actually seeing some work out on the ground. So then we train them up. In effect, you know, we're the nucleus of people that actually know what they're doing. When we first started the Fixed Fells project, before that there was the Upland Access project. It was taking us 3 years to do paths. Something like the band in Langdale, which went from Steel End Farm right up to Bowfell Buttress.
Yeah.
We did 3 kilometres on that, so that took us 3 years basically, working with 8 people full time on that path. The main path up Scarfell from Borrowdale, and the one from Wasdale, we've been working on there for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So each year we'll do a section on those paths, you know. So, you know, some of the paths it's just never ending. It's a bit like the Forth Bridge, you know.
It's like a cycle. By the time you get to top, you have to go back to the bottom again.
Because walking's becoming more popular and people have got nice kit, so they go out in whatever the weather. And we're finding that paths need to be a little bit wider, because people are walking on the edges of the path, and you know, if the stones get a bit slippy, they don't like walking on them, so they'll walk off the edge, and that's then building up on the erosion. And even the pitch paths, once you're walking on the side, it works the soil. You know, it's a constant issue, is trying to keep them okay. And those really busy paths, like, you know, the ones up Scarfell, Helvell, and you know, the really popular routes, you know, they're going to need work forever and ever, really.
How important is like the money you get then from sort of tourism?
Well, it's vital, really. Like, as I say, in the beginning we used to get money from Europe, but whatever money we get from other organisations always has to be matched. And it's always a battle, because unless you've got the matched funding, you can't draw down other funding. It's always a bit of a fight to get enough money, and it's only going to get worse, really. And so the more support we can get from businesses and the general public, the easier it will be to draw down other money, you know, from wherever, really. Because if somebody's committed some money to something, then other people think, oh, well, that must be a good cause, because if the general public and local businesses are putting money in, then it must be something that people want. You know, because they're committing their money to it, so therefore we can get money from other organisations then. It's looking after the assets, so that everybody comes to Lake District because it's beautiful and it's pretty unique, and although it's quite a small area in European terms, every valley you go to is slightly different. I can remember when things were really bad, and it's amazing how memories change, and you talk to people that have been out and say, oh, the last time I came up this path, you know, it wasn't that bad, but actually it really was. Keeping things nice, people forget the bad bits very quickly. And I had a group of Scandinavian tourists around, well, tourism providers basically. They were consultants in Scandinavia on tourism, and they said, you know, they were just amazed how good it looked, really, for the amount of visitors we get.
Brilliant.